So this is the chlorine. There's a few bags of this left in the shed. I think this is 2 pounds, and we dump in pretty much a whole bag once a month. Again, these are in the shed. They're actually in the roof rafters, and there's another 6 or 7 of those for you. That's the filter.
How often do you replace it?
Once a month, again, for that. This is the acid we were telling you about, so obviously wear latex gloves. And this is the jug that we use for the acid. So now we'll just get going, okay? So first of all, what you do is you isolate this here, all the way around, and that shuts the water off. And then you drain down the well down here. And then that will start to relieve the pressure. We'll leave this here for you. It's just a chisel that we use to take this off, which is where the chlorine goes. So once you undo this, it will start to relieve more pressure because obviously there's still water in the system. So it's just a screw, which undoes like this. And then this turns counterclockwise to open. Inside there's another lid with a rubber seal. So you'll need, we have a smaller screwdriver we use for this. You see it's got a bit rusty because we leave it outside all the time. And then you'll see where we've done it before. So once you get in there a little bit, you can get the edge of this chisel in. And really start to lift it up. And you'll see the rubber seal there come up, and then once that's loose, you can just lift it. And you'll see that's full of water, so leave that to drain down. Next thing we do is we unscrew this blue thing. Again, counterclockwise, clockwise to unscrew this, and this gets pretty filthy, so you see the difference in color. That used to be white. So then the water's actually full of nutrients, so you can just dump it out on the lawn. And then I usually just rinse it down a little bit with the hose. So then we just open up this new tube. Put it in there. There is like a little knob in the bottom for the middle to go on, and that holds it kinda in place. And then in there there's like a little circle valve too, which sits in the middle hole. But obviously if you don't line them up, then it won't screw on, so it's pretty easy to know whether you've got it or not. That's that part done. So now we take this middle bit out of here. And this is where the acid comes in. So we move this away from everything. Just put these in here, and all this acid does is take all the excess chlorine. And you'll see it fizz as soon as you put it in there.
You can recycle the acid.
And as I've told you as well before, you just leave that in there while we're doing everything else with the well. And then the reason we put it in a jug is because we just pour it straight back in here, and we've been using this for 2 years and it's fine. So this is now drained down. and it's empty. There's a little bit of like sludgy chlorine in the bottom, which is as the pellets dissolve, and that's completely normal, but just try and not let much of it go down the hole in the middle. Okay? So that's that done, and then we're not going to put any salt in right now because it's fine, but that's where the salt goes in there, and we just get that from either Winn-Dixie or from the gas station at Walmart, and it's just that one there. So obviously wearing your gloves. Shit, that felt hot. And as I said, you can pay people to do this for you, but it costs about $70 a month, which is probably more than you would spend on a water bill. And this takes 5 to 10 minutes to do, so it's super easy.
We're at 6 minutes recording already, so it's about 10 minutes.
And then before I touch this at all with any bare hands, obviously I rinse it down again. Jug. And these pots. Okay, so now we're ready to put that back in. So the way this works is you see the little holes on here, they line up to these, so the big ones obviously have a larger water flow and the smaller ones have a smaller water flow. We always have it on one of the larger ones, line up to the bottom like that, and then this just goes back in the middle. Clean that off. And this is just chlorine. Now the reason you can't use pool chlorine is because you'll see here it's really tiny pellets. And then we just replace this, so this seal goes on the top. This screws on, this is clockwise to screw on. Just hand tight, you don't want to make it too tight, and then this screw goes in the top, which you can do a little bit tighter with this because obviously you've got a tool to undo it. And then all we do to start it back up again is we do the reverse, so we close this valve because otherwise your water will keep coming out. And then we turn this on again. And you can hear it start to repressurize. And that's how you do it.